So Youth Zone's mission is to provide opportunities where kids can be successful in their communities. And we work with the kids and we work with their families in order to make that happen. We're the only organization in the Valley that works with kids that are in the juvenile justice system. So once a kid gets into trouble, that's when Youth Zone's right next door to them, walking through every step of the way with them. Youth Zone works with 1,000 kids a year from Aspen to Parachute. And those kids come to us mostly from the court system, although parents call sometimes and schools also call and say they need help with a young person. When a young person comes to Youth Zone, they first come to us and we do a full assessment. So it doesn't matter who's calling or where we get the referral, they come in and they sit down one-on-one with a case manager or a youth advocate. And that staff person, their whole job is to figure out what's going on with that kid. When we work with a teenager, the goal is to have them take ownership for where they are in their life, and they can set their goals and achieve them, and we want to support them along the way. We are very individualized, so again, when a teenager comes to us, they're not getting a set program. They're getting something that means something to them. And we focus on their strengths. Every young person has something that's really working for them and they're passionate about it. And that's what we want to encourage them to go for. Youth Zone has a variety of programs that we've created in order to help work with kids. One of those is through the court system. So when that young person comes through the court system, they get matched up immediately with a case manager. And that case manager will sit down and talk one-on-one with the young person and their parents and really figure out what's at the core of what's going on. So just because a young girl might steal makeup from City Market doesn't mean that she's a thief, right? Or she's a criminal. But something's going on. So we try to figure out what it is that's going on. And it might be substance use, it might be that she's experienced some trauma in her life, there might be mental health issues. Whatever the reason, we figure that out, and then we provide programming or support and resources around whatever that issue might be. One of the other programs that Youth Zone has is restorative justice, and that's where a victim and an offender sit in the same room together, and we sit in a circle actually. And this is a program that Youth Zone didn't create. It goes way, way back to ancient times. And when you lived in a small village, it was really important for every person in that village to participate. And when somebody did something that wronged the village, they sat in a circle and they said, hey, let's figure this out. This is the harm that you caused, and here's what you need to do in order to make it right, make it better. And that's exactly what we do with our kids. Youth Zone also has a program called Community Service, or Useful Public Service, and we do day-long projects. We do that on Fridays and Saturdays, where we take a group of kids and we put them out in the community and they are doing good things for the community. They might be at the recycling center, they might be at the community garden, you name it, the kids are there. They might be cleaning up trails, but those are for the kids that have quite a few hours that they need to do. And our whole philosophy at Youth Zone is to connect kids to their communities, because once kids are connected to their communities, they take good care of their communities. Youth Zone also has a substance use program, so we'll meet individually with kids. We also offer counseling for that, but we have ongoing groups as well. Kids show up every week, week after week. Last year we started this group, and we're now up to 4 groups. We're looking at starting 2 more. Because kids are responding and they come to the groups and they feel accepted and not judged, and they can talk about why they're using. Youth Zone also has preventative programs like our PALS mentoring program. PALS has been around a long time. Youth Zone is 40 years old, and our PALS mentoring program has been around 37 of those 40 years. And we match kids from all ages and to volunteers in the community that really want to work with kids and see them shine. We also offer a lot of parenting support. So as you can imagine, when your teenager gets into trouble, Your heart rate increases. You think, oh my gosh, how did I fail as a mom? And I need to do this over, and what should I do differently? So we work with parents because we understand that this is not something that they envisioned for their kids to go through. So we offer a lot of, hey, you're doing it, you're doing okay, you'll get through this. Give it a couple of years when that whole prefrontal cortex develops and they mature, they'll figure it out, and they do figure it out. When Youthzone started in 1976, it was an organization that worked with young people to keep them out of trouble. But the trouble that kids got into 40 years ago is very different to what it looks like today. And today our staff are more trained, have more education and expertise in the area of positive youth development than ever before. And the level of mental health and substance use, unfortunately, has increased. So the kids that are coming to us today really need a lot more support and a lot more resources than they did 40 years ago. Youthzone is celebrating 40 years. And if there's one thing that is the common denominator over all of those 40 years, is our desire to work with youth, to care for youth, because we believe in kids. We believe in their goodness, we believe that they are assets to our community, and that we have to have them, and they've got to be the best that they can be.